standing here in
Yes.
the middle of our corn patch. What's
Right.
going on with our cornfield?
Well, when the corn gets up about 4 inches high and you're sure that, you're almost sure that you've gotten through the hails and so on, it's time to thin it. So we thin to 1 foot apart. The rows are about 3 feet apart, and we thin the plants to about 1 foot apart to give them plenty of room to grow. They have to have plenty of light. This is how thick they were right here. There's about a dozen plants here. I seeded a little thick just to make sure that I had a stand, but it's important to get rid of those extra plants now and thin down to 1 foot apart. This is sugarloaf, this particular variety, and bears two ears per stalk if it has enough room, so we're giving it 1 foot between plants. It's just a matter of cutting out. Notice I don't pull the plants out.
Why not?
Just pulling them up will disturb the root system of the plants that you leave, and they'll feel a shock if their roots are disturbed. So it's better to cut them out with a sharp knife.
How do you decide which one to cut out?
I simply save the most healthy, the most vigorous plants in the space that I've got there. So those are about right. That's about 1 foot, 14 inches apart, and is a good spacing.
What happens to the corn if you don't thin it out? Some people might say, 2 ears per stalk. I want more corn than this.
Okay. The plants will compete with each other for light, and in crowding, if you get some ears, they may only be 1 inch or 2 long. It just isn't productive. The corn plant needs a great deal of light. So, and the only way we can assure that it gets enough light is to space the plants wide enough so that all of the leaves, most of the leaves, of course, will be directly exposed to the sunlight.